everybody, Z here. Welcome back to my channel. Last week I didn't post any video. Many of you know I was ill. I mean, the past week or the past 2 weeks have really been difficult. I mean, can a girl just take a moment to breathe? It wasn't easy and I don't even know how I got over it, but thank God for restoring my health, and I'm here to continue where we left off last time. So if you haven't watched all the videos, the previous videos, please click the link below and watch those videos to find out what has been going on my Zeelicious life up till this moment in time. So for this week, what I'm going to be talking about, we're going to be talking a lot, okay? I'm going to be sharing five reasons why I got this fat, okay? So I want to open up to you. I'm opening up my heart to you guys. I want to share with you why I got this fat, and I hope that this sharing this with you is going to inspire you to get out of your comfort zone and start your own weight loss journey. Also, not forgetting, we are going to be taking my measurements as usual. We're going to be taking my weight. I don't know if anything happened this week because I didn't exercise this week, so I was just at home in my sick bed, and yeah, it wasn't easy, but let's see what the scale is going to tell us for this week. I'm really well, super excited to see what's going to happen. In all cases, just keep watching and let's find out what happened this week together. So I want to share with you the 5 top reasons why I got this fat. I've shared it before. Before I got married, I wasn't this fat. I used to weigh a maximum of 65 kilograms. So what I used to do then was I used to eat healthy. I used to do a lot of physical activity, you know, so I could maintain a healthy weight. Just as I got married and started having kids, the fat came on. So first of all, I want to let you know that you don't get fat overnight. It doesn't happen overnight. It's not a miracle. It doesn't work like that. So it takes a couple of things, a couple of changes or lifestyle changes to get overweight or to increase in weight and get into the obese zone. So that was the case for me. It didn't happen overnight. I actually saw myself getting fat. So why did I get fat? Why did I really get fat? And why did I stay fat for around a period of 6 years up till this moment in time I'm talking to you, that I'm trying to get back into my pre-marriage weight? So the first reason why I got this fat is because I changed my lifestyle. Before I got married to my husband, I used to work out a lot. I used to be in the gym at least twice a week, and I used to run around. There is a place in our area here that's just like a small lake, but it's 10 kilometers all around. So I used to run around that lake at least 3 times a week. At least 3 times a week. I used to do a lot of jogging or power walking. It all depended, but I did 2 times a week. I was in the fitness studio 4 times a week. It depended. So I was really physically active, and I really watched what I ate. I didn't eat a lot of carbohydrates, especially our starchy carbohydrates. So like plantain, yams, and all of those foods. So I ate them, but I really made sure that I limited the quantity and when I ate them. So generally, it was a rule for me to not eat carbohydrates at night. So when I ate carbohydrates was always during periods when I knew that I was still very physically active during the day. So it was mostly for breakfast or lunch. So it was always like that, and this was a lifestyle for me. So it wasn't something that I was doing today and then I'll not do tomorrow. So I did that continuously, and so I could maintain a healthy weight of about 63, 64, 65 kilograms at the max. So my lifestyle was different. But then I got married to my husband, and I quickly realized that he loved African food. He loved eating and so on, and loving African food wasn't the problem. But now my lifestyle changed because each time I served him food, he would also want me to eat with him, you see. So now I not only ate the carbohydrates I ate at lunch or breakfast and lunch, but I also ate for dinner. The way that I ate changed, the things that I ate changed, and so gradually I began increasing in weight. Plus, I wasn't exercising as much as before, you know. So I had now had my husband. We would go out for lunch, we would go out to the restaurants for dinner, whatever, you know, and then we would always sit down together and eat. Or I couldn't even just refuse to eat with him, because, you know, he would just talk to you lovingly, also join me on the table, you know, that kind of thing. It was hard to refuse. And then I was cooking African food really, really often. We were now, from a time when I was eating mostly salads and chicken breast and fish and stuff like that with a side of a salad. Now I was eating dole and plantain, fufu and eru, you know, and that regularly every single day. Plus my workouts reduced. I wasn't working out so much. I became lazy, you know. I was just freshly married. I wanted to enjoy my marital life. It was you know, those first few months, you know. Yeah, the life changed, the lifestyle changed. And so that is how I began to increase in weight. So that's number one. First reason, a change, a change in my life, a shift in the way I fed myself, a shift in the things that I ate, and a shift in the way I ate and the portions I ate and when I ate, you know. So that, all of that, plus a reduction of my physical activity. Before I was active, and now I became sedentary, so to say. So I gradually started increasing in weight. Okay, second reason why I got this fat: complacency. I became complacent, you know, especially as I gave birth to my first daughter. I think I increased in weight like about almost maybe 16 kilos. Yeah, I gave birth, and then I wasn't really doing anything to lose the baby weight. Why? Because also I had a cesarean section, and which wasn't healing properly, and the doctors had said I shouldn't exercise anymore, because when one time I started exercising, and the wound, the place where I was cut, opened up again. So I was told to refrain from any physical activity, to not even carry 5 kilos, more than 5 kilos. So it became difficult to exercise. And with breastfeeding and everything, I even ate more than when I was pregnant. So instead of losing the baby weight, I instead increased. And giving birth to my other children, the second and the third, and in between the miscarriages and so on, at one point I complained. I said, oh, I'm getting fat, I'm not feeling comfortable with my skin and everything. But then there was my husband who kept telling me, no, because you've given birth. My family told me you've given birth and everything. And so at one point I became complacent. I just I just accepted the fact that, all right, now I'm a mom, and my body can be the same like before I was pregnant, or before I was married. So now I'm a mom. I just have to accept that my body has changed, and I have to accept that. And so at one point I actually accepted the fact that I've become this fat, and I always say, okay, because I've given birth and because of all of those things in between. So I became complacent, and I became happy with where I was, and that is one of the reasons why I continued actually increasing in kilos, and also staying fat. I didn't do anything to reduce my weight. So number 2, complacency. Number 3 is I kept saying, oh, if someone could. I kept wanting someone else to do the work for me. You know, like I kept saying, if someone could just go and buy me a bag of salad and vegetables and everything, if someone could make me a bowl of salad, then I would eat healthy, you know, wanting someone else to do the work for you. If someone else could plan my meals. Now I'm a married woman, I have kids, and it's so difficult, and so on and so forth. If someone else, I kept pushing the work for someone else, you know. So that's number 3. Always wanting someone else to do the work for you. Always saying if someone could, if someone would, if someone should, you know, wanting other people to do the work. Number 4, the 4th reason why I got this fat and stayed this way for so long is because of the excuses. I kept looking for excuses. I kept saying I have no time, now I have kids, now I have children, now I'm a mom, I don't have the means to pay for a gym any longer. I don't excuses, all sorts of excuses. I can't work out. The doctor said I shouldn't work out. If I work out, I'm going to hurt my wound, my operation. What if the operation gets open again? What if the wound gets open again? And all of those things, you know. So I kept giving myself these excuses, and this stopped me actually from taking steps towards losing the extra weight. And with each child came more weight and more weight and more weight, which didn't really go away. It's true that in between I tried to do one or two things and so on and so forth, but it really wasn't something that I was doing long term. I would do it for a time, and then I'm going to stop. And that's number 5, not being consistent with my weight loss plans, not being consistent with my lifestyle changes, you know. So I would eat healthy for a period of time, and then I would go back to my old habits because of one reason or the other. Or I would start going out to the streets to walk, or to the park to walk, or to jog. I would do that for a couple of days, and then I would stop. So not being consistent also was one of the reasons why I got fat. And I stayed that way. So those are the 5 reasons, main reasons why. Of course, there are other reasons, but these are the 5 main reasons why I got fat and stayed that way. So my friends, if you find yourself in any one of these categories, that might be the reason why you're getting fat, and you may stay fat for so long. If you're complacent, if you accept your situation, you accept your size the way it is, if you give yourself excuses all the time, you say you don't have time, you say you don't have the means, you give whatever excuse you're giving, you're going to remain fat. If you keep wanting other people to do the job for you, if you keep wanting other people to do the research for you on how to start a weight loss journey, if you keep wanting other people to do the shopping for you, to do your groceries, to do your shopping, your weekly meal plan, if you keep wanting other people, every other person else to do that work but except you, then you're going to continue getting fat, and you're going to stay that way. And also, if you keep giving excuses, you're going to remain fat. So those are the 5. And next week, we're going to be talking, or I'm going to be sharing with you how to quit making excuses and how to start your weight loss journey for good. Let's see what's happening this week on the scales and on my measurement around my tummy area. Remember, this is the area that is the most important for me. This is really where I want to lose weight, because visceral obesity or stomach fat is the worst kind of fat that you can have. It is when you have a lot of fat on your stomach, you have a high risk of so many diseases. So last week, or maybe 10 days ago, the last time I posted the video, I was at 110 centimeters. Okay, so 110. And so today I just want to see where I am, because as I told you before, I didn't actually do any physical activity. So let's see. It hasn't changed. That is the effect when you don't do any physical activity. Oh, this thing is disturbing. If you don't do any physical activity, you don't lose weight. If you don't eat properly, you don't lose weight. And this is just the proof of it. So I'm still at 110 actually. Well, I could go down to 100 if I tighten it up, but I always lose it, so I'm going to lose the measurements today. So it's, let's say, still at 110. No big change. Yeah, maybe 109, but let's say 109, 110. So it's no big change, about 1 centimeter lost during this week. So guys, last week we were at 104.5, or last 10 days, because I didn't post anything last. So there you go, 102.7 kilos today. That's about 1.7 kilograms lost from last week. Remember, last week we had 104.5. So today we are at 102.7. Great. The scales have shown you what is how much I've lost. I've lost 1.7 kilograms for the past week, or let me say the past 10 days, because last week there wasn't any video posted, as you know, I was ill. So I lost 1.7 kilograms. I think that's because I wasn't eating. I couldn't eat. My throat was sore. I couldn't swallow. So I really wasn't eating properly. So I think the weight loss is due to that. We measured out that I lost like 1 centimeter on my waistline, although I didn't do any physical activity. That could be also one of the reasons why I didn't lose weight on my waistline, particularly because, as you know, the exercises that I do really target my belly area. So I've not lost a lot of weight there, and that's just the proof that I didn't do any exercise for this week, or I didn't lose centimeters around my waistline this week because I didn't do any physical activity. Of course, I lost the weight because I wasn't eating properly as well. So that much, almost 2 kilograms. So that's the result for this week. I'm not going to beat myself. I'll not kill myself that I didn't lose as much on my belly area. You know, that's life, and this is exactly what I wanted to show you guys by exposing my weight loss journey to you all, and by inviting you all guys to see what it really is, or how it is, or what it takes actually to lose weight. That is what happens if you don't exercise, if you don't target those areas. You don't lose weight or set inches. Well, if you fell sick and you don't eat, you are going to lose some weight. But the thing is, if I don't continue next week, if I don't continue eating healthy next week and doing my physical activity, I might actually increase in weight. So let's see what next week is going to reveal. So I hope that next week I'm going to hit the gym 2-3 times in the week, and I'm going to stick to my meal plan. I'm super happy with my progress so far. There hasn't been a huge change on the scale this week, but thank God that there are so many more weeks ahead, and we are taking each day, each step at a time. Thank you so much for watching. That's it for this week. If you love this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it. This might be an inspiration for someone else. Tune in next week for tune in next time to see all what's going on.